Hi, welcome to Crochet Hangout, and today's premium pattern is how to make a simple makeup brush holder. We're going to be using a size J10 hook or the 6mm, and we're just going to be using one skein of impeccable yarn. It's acrylic and this is the tan color. So what we're going to do, and to begin with, is make a slip knot. And we're going to chain 31. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And now we're going to do 30 single crochets. In the second chain from the hook, we're going to do 1 single crochet. If you don't know how to do single crochet, we'll do a slowdown. You can go into the chain, pull through, wrap, and pull through both stitches, both loops on the hook. We're going to do single crochet all the way across this, the chain. Alright, so we are nearing the end of our row. So this is row 2. And you're going to be doing 44 more rows of the single crochet until you it becomes a rectangle, in which I will show you in the second part of the video how to fold it, how to secure it, and so it becomes the pouch. So again, do this for 44 more rows, and then we'll show you how to make it into the pouch that it will become. Alright, so now that we have finished the rectangle portion of the makeup case, what I did was I folded the bottom portion into almost a third, almost like you're folding a piece of paper to put it into an envelope. And then I took a darning needle and I weaved the yarn in and out of the side just to secure this portion, and I'll show you how to do that on the other side without the darning needle in case you don't have one. And to secure the makeup brushes inside the bottom pouch of the makeup case, you can either take a darning needle and make a knot, which I'll show you that later, or you can just use a piece of yarn with a bow in case you have different kinds of makeup brushes and want to move around the different sizes. So you can take them out, put them back in different orders and according to the size that you want to. So I'm going to show you how to do it for these small brushes. First, we have to secure this side of the pouch. So what we're going to do, since in case you don't have a darning needle, I'm going to show you how to do it with a crochet hook. So first what you're going to do is cut a length of yarn, maybe about a foot. You don't really need much more than that. So it's easier to do it without needing the whole skein of yarn. So first, I like to start from the top. So if you're starting from the bottom and you accidentally fold it too much at the bottom, it'll kind of go in a slantwards way. So at the top, what we're going to do is put your hook through both sides of the rectangle and pull the yarn through. Oh, sometimes it gets stuck. Now what you're going to do is tie a knot. And again, you can always adjust this later if you want to. And then you'll just weave this in the top portion here, like so. And then you won't be able to see it in the end. See, it's nice and camouflaged. So now what we're going to do, since we've got a big hole right here, we have to weave in and out with the crochet hook. So you're going to put your hook through both sides of the pouch and then pull through both. And it doesn't have to be perfect, just small enough so there aren't any big holes in between the stitches that you're doing. And sometimes it can get kind of funky. But best thing you can do is to make sure you're getting both sides. Go slowly. And this is the easier part of the project since it doesn't require any crochet skill if you're a little bit uncomfortable with the project. It's a little bit advanced for you. But luckily this is a pretty simple project. So now that you've reached the end, what you're going to do is pull a knot, pull through like you're doing a chain, pull it tight. I like to do one more just in case, and then you can just put it inside the pouch. So bring your hook from behind and then get as close as you can to the yarn, pull through. Oops, sometimes it gets stuck. And if you want to do it with your hands, you can do it with your hands too. And then it is nice and camouflaged. And if you have like a little itty bit sticking out here, you can just cut that. There we go. So we've made the pouch version. And now we still have this big pocket right here where we're going to tie little bows to secure where we want these makeup brushes to go. Alright, so what I like to do is grab a small piece of yarn like this size. And what I'm going to do is take these out so we can lift up and see where we want the brush to go. So then it'll go about here. And what I do is put your hook through a hole where you would like the edge of the little pocket, the small pocket for the makeup brush, and then go directly behind it into the hole where you would like to tie it. And then pull it through. So you've got a little bow. Actually, this one is a little bit small, so we're going to cut a bigger piece because sometimes it's hard to tie a bow with a small piece, and you can always cut the laces of the bow that you make. So here is the makeup brush. And so again, this color is kind of hard to see. Alright, here we go. So make a bow. You can use a knot. Totally up to you. I like to use the bows because in case I get different sized brushes or a different kit, then I can rearrange the sizes I want them to be. So I can just put them all in. Alright, so we have those, and now we have to tie another one on this side. But I also, since these are small, you can also stick 2 in there. If you want fewer pockets, if you want more, then you can separate them and make them small versions. But it's totally up to you. Alright, so we're going to cut another yarn. And I'm going to do it as the individual pockets to show you. So again, we're going to go through here, pull through, and tie a bow. Oh, my bow tying skills are not great. Alright, so we have made the pocket for the smaller one. You can stick 2 in there. It is a little bit more snug, but again, you can do individual pockets and do another one over here. So you can do as many as you want. I'm just going to leave it how it is because I like to put I have another bigger brush that goes here, but currently it is in being washed. So what I'm going to show you now is how to fold it up. So we've got the flap here, and what I'm going to do, since you can all do it in, the brushes won't fall out of place when you fold this up, which is the great part about having little pockets. So we're just going to lay this flat like this. And what I like to do to secure this, because you're going to want to untie it every time, obviously, to undo your brushes. So on either side of the lower portion of the pockets, we're going to put a little piece of string. It doesn't have to be super long. It can just be about maybe about a foot. Where'd my crochet hook go? Alright, so what we're going to do is pull it through right where the top of the fold, the crocheted fold, meets the uncrocheted fold. We're going to tie a knot. Alright, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Right, so right about here. Alright, so we've got these 2 loose pieces of yarn that are tied to the pouch. So we're going to fold over and fold again. We're going to tie. And actually, because it's not completely centered, what I think I'm going to do is add another one right about here. So 2 together. And again, this is completely up to you. This is stylistic. I just gave you the portion to keep it together. You can add a button, you can add a toggle. I've always been a big tie person to keep it simple, especially if you need to make a run to the craft store but don't have time and your button collection is low, like mine is, of course. Alright, so I just spaced them out pretty evenly, just making sure they're lined up together. Alright, so we've got our ties. Okay. So we can fold this over and now fold in half. And you can even do, if you look here, you can tie it across, or I think it would look cute if you tied it diagonally. Like this. Alright, so that's the little pouch that we make with the makeup brushes. This is completely washable because it's made of acrylic yarn. You hand wash it with some light soap. You can use detergent soap, you can use hand soap, whichever one. Just make sure it does not go in the dryer and you lay it out flat to dry. And that is the simple single crochet fold over makeup brush pouch.